Folks, we're ready.
Wow. Times 100, you guys.
Wow, times 100. It is
the 100th episode.
the 100th episode of Find Your Beach
my
podcast.
God.
How does it
100th.
feel, Andy?
It feels great. I feel good.
Does it feel like 100 episodes?
No, it doesn't, to be honest.
What is it? How many does it feel like if you were gonna have to
50s.
50s?
Yeah, it feels like a year's gone by, definitely.
Yeah, well,
but-
that's because over a year has gone by.
No, I know. But it doesn't feel like we've done 100 and, however many Patreon episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
this is just 100 regular episodes.
And then we got 60 Patreon episodes.
Yeah,
And then
so-
all the ones that you made me cancel because you looked bad in them.
Well, that was necessary. That was actually, that was adding to the success of the podcast in
Yeah.
a way that you might not notice,
We needed that.
but it's very real.
We needed that.
We did need it. And guess what we've got as a gift for our 100th episode?
What?
A whole bunch of new reviews.
Oh, shit. Well, let's...
Did you know that?
No.
You hadn't seen them?
I never look at the reviews. I leave
Dude.
that to you.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't know how you filled the hole in your soul. But we've got a bunch. We got a bunch of
Jesus.
new reviews, and I'm super excited to read these.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. We're going to get started. Guys, if you haven't left a review, we're at 100 episodes. So now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Get in on the
Jump
ground
in,
level.
Get in there just go to iTunes, leave a review.
Yeah. Just go to iTunes, type in...
Find Your Beach.
I don't know how you're listening to this if you're not listening to it through iTunes, but go to iTunes.
People listen to it on YouTube,
Stitcher.
actually. Stitcher.
Google.
What's the other one? Not the black-owned.
Cumtown.
No.
Spotify. Okay.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mention another podcast on here. Okay, you know what we need to do? We need to get on Tidal. That's what we got to do.
I don't think Tidal has podcasts, babe.
They do.
And also Jay-Z sold it, so it's not cool anymore.
Okay, well, here's the new reviews. Okay. This is the dark humor. I can't read the whole thing. Sorry. It just runs out on my phone. I don't know how to see the whole thing. But this is the dark humor something from that girl. My sister have always had a dark sense of humor, but we're not comedians and she's boring to talk to. So it's great to listen to these two go back and forth. The sisters you didn't know you needed. Me and Andy. Okay, hold on.
We're very much like sisters.
Sorry, I had to sneeze on my husband for a second. This is the Stand By Me. What does this say? I want to see the whole fucking thing.
That's Anthony. He's a patron.
It's from Anthony.
If you click on it, does it not open all the way?
It doesn't.
That's
Okay, but it's 5 stars from Anthony. Rosebud and Andy showcase their loving marriage.
gross.
Okay. And great sense of humor by walking hand in hand down some railroad tracks to look at a dead body.
Anthony is a good writer.
They show us more and more about each other every episode in this coming of millennial age comedy podcast.
You know what's funny is that all of the people that have written in for with notes and reviews and stuff like that have realized that made me realize that I'm not an exceptional writer. They're so good at writing.
They are. They're really good.
Like Ella and her meat slicer days.
I'm glad you finally realized that.
Thank you. Take me down another notch.
Okay, this one's my... Oh, shit, the pizza's here.
All right. Can we hit pause, everybody?
Yeah, we got to pause for pizza. Sorry, everybody. We had to stop. And
Wow.
We had to eat some pizza.
We ate pizza.
Yeah, it was really important for
Our
us.
marital bed is going to be stinky because I can't digest dairy.
Okay, we're not going to talk about your gas.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to talk
We're not
about
going to do that on the 100th
more
episode.
buttholes.
People deserve better. I
Okay.
deserve better. You deserve better. Okay, here's the next review.
Okay.
Weirdly, it's the title of it is Never Heard of Andy. Okay. This is 5 stars. I follow Rosebud after listening to 2 Less Lonely Girls and definitely have never heard of Andy.
Great.
Said it twice. Okay.
Love that.
It's
This is a woman that wrote this.
I've been listening. Of course it is. I've been listening to this podcast, and it's been a great time capsule of the COVID quarantine era. I had a baby at the end of March 2020. Congratulations. And no longer have FOMO for these times. Also work for a natural food distributor, and the episode where Andy blindfolded Rosebud to guess the random co-op food item is basically what my job is. One step closer to 500.
Hey, lady. Thank you for your review. You never really kind of came back and said like, hey, I've now enjoy Andy, or it was fun to discover. You've just mentioned that you didn't know me.
And for that, I want to thank you.
Which is rude, and I do get to follow another 24-year-old butt Instagram.
You don't, actually. Okay. That's not part of the plan.
Whenever I get insulted and threatened, I'm like a wild animal. I follow a butt Instagram. But
that's not what wild animals do, and it's not what you're allowed to do.
Send us some of that food, because I like that kind of food. All right? So if that's your job, send me some weird grained cookies. Send me some carob.
It's weird that Charlie ate all of those.
And was fine.
Was totally fine. Just had some grainy poops.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is from too many letters for me to spell out. The title says, The Best Pod, 5 stars. So I usually prefer to watch the pod on YouTube because Rosers and Andys are such a hoot, but I'm here to leave a nice review. I'd also recommend watching on YouTube because Rosebud demonstrates the biological difference between mons pubis and fupa, while Andy considers Thai penile procedures. What else do you need from these guys? They didn't have to be this funny, but they do it for us.
Wow.
That's what we've been trying to say.
That's what we've been trying to say.
We don't have to be this funny. We could sit around, talk about
the news
or, mortgage rates. We could do all that.
Yeah.
We would prefer to do that. But we care about you guys. So we try to stay funny in these streets. Okay?
Are there more?
Yeah, there's more.
Jesus Christ, people. Thank you.
Okay. This one's 5 stars from Sarah Moped. It says, thanks for all the laughs. That's it. Short and sweet.
Love it.
You're so welcome. Best 30-something minute podcast on the market from Luca Lawncar. Andy and Rosebud bring it every week with nothing but great banter and roasts. I find my beach listening to them every Monday on my way to work. 10 out of 10 would recommend. God bless.
Thank you, Luca. I hope you're enjoying your Cubs shirt that I sent you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for leaving those reviews. If you haven't yet, do us a favor. We put out 100 episodes on this podcast. If you're not part of the Patreon, which you should be, www.patreon.com/findyourbeach, you should go ahead and leave us a review.
And, speaking of Charlie eating all the Andean, what were they called? Andean secrets?
Andean Dream.
That was the box for the winner of the roast. That was the box that we were going to send to, I think it's Richard?
No, I think it's Benjamin or something.
We'll look it up.
Shit. Anyway.
We're assholes.
We're dicks.
We barely think about each other.
Yeah, I don't even remember Andy's middle name.
Having said that, I would like to welcome all of our
Patreon
members.
Okay, so we got to get into this. This is all business, you guys, and we're sorry to start off, all business like this, but we're trying to, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're kind of in like a pretty hot studio.
We're getting pretty professional.
We're getting pretty pro.
We have a dimmer for this now. It doesn't fit, but
you
we
guys
got
bought it for us. All of our
you.
Patreon members bought it for us. And so all of the money that you guys put into our Patreon literally goes back into the podcast.
We don't make a cent.
We don't make a goddamn cent from this, okay? We're giving it to these guys, these assholes
and
back here.
They're putting it up their noses.
They are. They're sick cokeheads, and they do it casually at church.
They take bumps on the subway.
It's fucked up. Listen to them. Oops.
So
they spilled some in the back.
First up, thank you for everybody that's joined the Patreon. You guys really have made it so much more awesome and compelling, Like I feel like doing it because I won't do anything for free besides support the liberation of Palestine. But besides that, welcome to the beach. Emma Summer, our most recent.
Emma Summer.
Aloha. You are part of the beach. Grab yourself a drink. David Howe, also, welcome, buddy. Get a chair. Pull up. Put your toesies in the sand. Amanda Muller, what's up, babe? Welcome to the pod. Let me see. We got a couple more. There's a bunch this month. Liza Zapersky, welcome.
Liza
She's
Zapersky.
a VI Beach. She's going places, mainly to a VI Bistro, which is, I think, this week.
Okay.
It's in our calendars.
Great.
You excited?
I'm very excited.
We're going to meet Liza.
May 27th.
I think we've already met Liza. I think she took off for a while. She's come back.
May 27th, 7 p.m., right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Ashley Brown, welcome to the beach. Love to see it. Julia Calderon.
Welcome, Julia Calderon.
She's a Mahalo member. She's watching those YouTube clips. Mm-hmm. Caitlin Cochran. Aloha. And then finally, well, actually not finally, another Mahalo. Gregory H. Grossman. I like that you put your middle initial.
Yeah, that's very professional.
You get to sit in the part of the beach that's
like
carpeted.
your headshot name.
Yeah, you get to sit in like a little cabana it looks like a Banana Republic ad.
Yeah.
And then finally, Desiree Coutinho.
Oh my God, what a hot name.
Yeah.
Desiree Coutinho? Coutinho. Wow.
Send us.
I hope she's a VI Beach.
She is a Aloha member.
Well, with a name like that, you should have more money. All right? I don't know what
Yeah.
you're doing. You're fucking up, Desiree. Get it together.
I wouldn't have said that, but I'm not as confident as my wife.
Listen, so we have the VI Bistro this month, May 27th, 7 p.m. EST. So tune in for that. We put out the link on the Patreon. You can find it there. You log in. We Zoom with you guys. It's a lot of fun. We chat. We shoot the shit. We joke around. And that's I think that's all the business that we have, right?
Well, we have the emails, but those are like the bulk of the. Okay, I'm in trouble already. I already got in trouble, guys.
Why? What did I do?
Well, I just what you looked
I make
at me
a
in a way.
face?
Yeah, you kind of made a face.
That was actually-
There is actually one other piece of business, and that is we have a patron. She tried to tell us that her name was actually, I think it's Jessie Anger, and we said Jessie Anger.
Okay, well that's really not. That's not entirely on us. Okay.
And also, Jessie Anger, you might have said it the exact opposite way, and I apologize. No need to correct us. Just, let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah. I mean,
They're tired.
If you work at Target, are you going to walk around telling everybody it's Target all day long, or are you just going to be like, fine, it's Target?
No.
You're going to say it's Target, right? Just to make it easier on yourself. Anyway, we apologize, Jessie Anger, which is actually how I refer to my own anger.
Yeah. She has French anger.
Yeah, French anger.
She smokes and spits.
And I give you the silent treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets angry like a Chinese bus driver. All right. So with our 100th episode, you know that we're a morbid podcast. We've lost people collectively.
Yeah.
A kind of person on this podcast. We love the celebration of life through the mocking of death. And
We do.
So we asked you guys to send in your ideal way to die. And you guys sent us some goodins?
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 Goodies?
Goodies. So let's just...
Your suicide ideas.
Not even suicides.
Just regular deaths.
Ways they want... I haven't read all of them.
Ways they hope to die.
But this one I really liked, and it spoke to me as a partner to a smart, rarely wrong woman.
Thank you.
This is from Patrick Hughes.
That was accurate.
He said, you guys asked for some feedback on preferences for dying. On background, I am an expert level catastrophizer. If I go to California, I'm waiting for the big one. If I'm in Seattle, I think the Cascadia subduction event will happen.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of Yellowstone erupting or an asteroid collision triggering a tsunami while I'm standing on the beach. This is also known as anxiety. Buddy, I'm right there with you.
It's called what if thinking.
Yeah. Anyway, my wife gives me shit about it being irrational correctly. But I'd really love to be able to go out with some 1-in-1,000-year event, and just as the shockwave is careening towards us, I can just look at her and say, I fucking told you. Fade to black.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's fucking beautiful.
I would love that. I would love that moment. And here's what I do kind of want to go in like a collective, like they said, a whimper is how civilization will die. But I don't want to, that's not a whimper. That's a fucking bang. I want it to be zombie hordes. And as the wave of zombies is careening down First Avenue and we're just like with the dogs and I'm like, what are all those people jogging towards us for? I just want to look at you and be like, fucking told you.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like, I understand first of all, you'll never have that moment because I will find a way to spin it so that you're wrong.
Fucking lawyers, kid.
But I will say I loved the moment when COVID happened because I'd been saying for a year to my therapist, everything's going so well. I feel like something's going to take everything away. Something is going to literally take my career and just obliterate it. Something's going to happen and it's all going to go away. And my therapist was like, that's ridiculous. You're being catastrophizing. And then the pandemic happened. I called that motherfucker up. I was like, what the fuck did I tell you?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Actually, I didn't hold it like this. I held it. It was like this.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I tell you, Peter? I told you so.
Yeah.
And it felt so fucking good.
And then you paid him.
And then I paid him. Yeah. I was like, well, here's your $150. You fucking criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is, and by the way, Patrick Hughes, beautiful. We love it. We love our male fans.
I love that really his fantasy is just telling his wife, I told you so.
Every man's. All of us.
He thinks he's going to do that right before he dies.
I'm gonna.
You think you're going to get away with that?
I'm clearly going to die before you because it's just, of course, and I'm going to have to like hear you like talking shit while like my final breaths are like, you're going to be like roasting me while I'm dying. And
look at his blue lips.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that little beep thing is getting pretty low there, Andy. And then I want to have that moment where I can do something.
Oh, I hope you never die.
Thanks,
okay.
babe. Remember to never show your vulnerability on the podcast.
Okay, sorry about that.
Next up, Candice Vega. Favorite way to die. This one is dark.
Did it spelled that way?
Yeah.
So she wrote, favorite way to die, and then she wrote something really dark.
Yeah, but it's also like, it kind of, you can imagine her saying it in the way that she's dying.
Written the title. Okay, go ahead. Let me hear it.
It's dark, it's short, but it's really, it like hurt to hear. Being pushed down a wacky carnival slide lined with razor blades and landing in a pool of lime juice.
Oh my fucking
Party
God.
horn XOXO. Candice. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
I hate getting cut. But like the idea of getting cut by tiny
I know what
razor
she's
blades.
saying though. There's something about when you have a cut and you put like antiseptic in it.
Yeah, it feels good.
It feels good. Like
Yeah.
it feels weirdly
You
like
like the burn.
you feel like you're being cleansed.
Yeah.
In a medical way.
You literally are. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, you are. You are being cleansed.
It feels like you're getting antiseptic being put in a cut.
It's weird how that happens when you're putting antiseptic in a cut. But
No, but I know what you mean. Like I like it when I put my tea tree oil on something, or like hydrogen peroxide on like a cut or something like that.
yeah, or like just, you have like a big wound and you just pour salt in it.
Yeah.
Just I want to feel something.
Or
So-
like what is it when you've had a ton of anal sex?
Yeah.
And you sit on a pile of jalapenos.
Absolutely. Yeah, or like
okay.
a hot deep dish pizza
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Candice Vega.
with a lot of red peppers in it.
Candice Vega, you are a sick bitch, and we mean that in the best
We
way.
fucking love you.
All right, Steve Bernstill.
Bernstill?
Steve Bernstill.
Okay.
It's too bad that him and Geff Stubhart don't know each other. Hard name motherfuckers.
Ridiculous names.
Hey,
You know what that reminded me of is when Patrice did the roast and he was like, and he got to Anthony Jeselnik and he was like, I refuse to fucking pronounce this dumbass name. He's like, the last ridiculous name that I fucking learned was Galifianakis. That's such a great moment.
Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Patrice O'Neill. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, you two. This was a compelling question. Best way to die. Not death obsessed or anything, but I've thought a lot about this. My dad died the day before my first kid was born. It was sudden, immediate, with his boots on. No suffering, no painful goodbyes, no regrets except for the timing. I absolutely will go the same way. No pharmaceuticals, no doctors, just a nice, quick, massive heart attack or stroke. Maybe 10 years earlier than necessary thanks to a lot of booze and cigars and lost sleep over the years. But those were really going to be
Can I
shitty 10
interrupt
years
this for
anyway.
a second? Sorry. But a nice, quick heart attack seems like... Nice, quick, massive heart attack.
Yeah.
It feels contradictory. I watched somebody have a heart attack on the plane on my way to Arizona this past week. Like, literally, this guy had a pacemaker in, and he had a heart attack right behind me. I didn't realize pacemakers don't really prevent heart attacks. You still have one. It just slows it down. It just stops it.
Yeah, it like shocks it.
Yeah. So, like, this guy fully had a heart attack right behind me. You could hear his wife screaming.
I could see Rosebud being so annoyed by this. Jesus Christ, are you gonna have a heart attack?
It was so funny because this girl next to me was crying, and I could not stop laughing because the second this guy stopped having his heart attack, his wife goes, "Did you have to do that now?" And I was like, "Well, we've found the source.
That's how I'm gonna die. That's how I'm gonna die.
We found the source of the fucking heart attack."
I'm definitely gonna die in a way where Rosebud is annoyed.
He goes, first thing he says when he comes back into consciousness, "I'm sorry."
God. Poor guy.
And then she's like, "I almost lost you. Who's gonna make me laugh? And who's gonna make me, who's gonna make jokes and piss me off all the time?" She just said, "Who's gonna piss me off
I
all
love
the time?"
that. That's so cute.
It really was. I literally texted you in the middle of it. I said, "We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
You and me, we're gonna
That
make
was
it. We're gonna be
sweet.
fine."
And then she didn't talk to me for 4 days.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I've given it quite a bit of thought, and I think the best way to go is to be asphyxiated by a vagina while in a 69 position. Yeah, I know that's got nothing to do with a quick heart attack. It's an amateur setup, okay. It's not like I'm getting paid for this. Pathetically yours, Steve Burnstill, Ruben Kincaid. P.S.
Oh, Ruben Kincaid
Yeah.
from YouTube.
Yes.
Yes.
P.S. I love you guys, and the smooch closer at the end of 98 was really cute. I don't know, just love seeing you guys happy. You're so much like the wife and I. It's scary. I'll elaborate some other time, but it's freaky. We're just from music instead of comedy. P.P.S. Where the fuck are my quinoa chocolate chip cookies, Andy? You ate them, you sick fuck, didn't you? Quinoa farts aren't cool, Andy.
It's called quinoa.
I know. I, for some reason, started saying it like my mom would say it, and I make quinoa all the time.
Okay.
So I'm sorry to the Quechua people for mispronouncing your sacred grain. If you've been listening to the whole podcast, you know that Charlie ate all of them, and they were on a counter. Charlie sought these out.
Yeah.
That's how good
He
Andean
unwrapped.
dreams are.
They were also individually wrapped. So he unwrapped each and every one of them and ate them one at a time, which I kind of love
Yeah.
to imagine him with his little paws.
It'd also
just
be funny if he had a little
unwrapping
glass
and-
of oat milk. Like we didn't realize that he was a healthy dog.
Yeah.
He's like, I mean, I eat poop once in a while. Great way to die. I don't think I'd want to be 69'd in or killed, asphyxiated with a vagina in the 69 position, because then some of my last thoughts are just, Rosebud's asshole right on my face. I mean, let's be honest, probably some 22-year-old Russian hooker. But
First of all, what?
I would like it the forward way, because I think that it would kind of turn me on if I could see the person asphyxiating me enjoying it.
Weird.
Yeah.
Odd. It's so funny that Andy's like, "I'm not a kinky person," but then he's like, "But I would like to die in a pussy.
You get it.
I want to see them enjoy themselves while they kill me with their pussy."
I'm a people pleaser. Next.
Ruben Kincaid, that's a great way to die. And also one of the first flirtatious texts that Andy sent me was that he wanted to wear me like a gas mask. So
Let's be honest with the fans and say that there's no we are the worst flirters because we were like, the second we realized that we were into each other, it was like, I'm going to wear you like a saddlebag. And she was like, I want you to split me in half. And that was like literally, that was as soon as we confirmed that we liked each other. It was no like, well, I hope we can spend some more time together. Wink, wink. It was
Jesus Christ.
It was like, I want to taste what your insides taste like.
Oh my God.
And she said, I want you to fill me up with putty.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So we appreciate it, Forrest. Oh wait, no, Forrest is the next guy. We appreciate it.
That was hot though. That was a hot time in our lives.
We got right to it.
Yeah, we got right down to it. Let me tell you something. I've been looking for somebody as intense as me my entire fucking life. And when I realized what Andy was like when he was just like all in immediately, no fucking boundaries.
Yeah.
Just let's fucking move in together, make a life together, and I want to fucking wear your skin like a coat.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
And
this is my speed.
I stopped killing that day. No, but because it's funny, like we both said we're drug addicts, right? So we both said, like right after we did it, we're like, we're not going to tell anybody and this can't happen again type of thing. I think we had some conversations like that.
We say it can't happen again. I don't feel like we said that.
We alluded to it being bad.
No, I never said it was bad. That doesn't sound like me.
Okay. Well, maybe, I don't know. We said something like people can never know. Right?
You said people can't know.
Okay. Well, whatever. But then
that was part of Andy's. I was like, whatever he needs to do to make this like hotter for him.
We literally spent the rest of our nights together. Like we maybe have gone whatever the times that we've been on the road or whatever since then.
Right.
But I think we spent like 14 nights in a row together.
Yep.
Like healthy people. Mm-hmm. Rosebud still has a scar from the carpet.
I do. Do you want to see it? I'll show the podcast.
Yeah, they can see it.
Can you still see it, Andy?
Oh yeah, it's right here. Stand up straight. It's a rug burn.
Yep.
That's what kind of kids we were.
Blew my back out. Blew my whole back out.
Good
All right.
for us. We're never going to be able to run for public office. All right, last one is from Forrest Wheeler.
Okay.
And its favorite way to die, space coffin.
This is the last one?
Yeah, I thought there were more. What's up, truck stop Raggedy Ann and depressed Gollum after he lost his ring?
Wow.
Thank you, Forrest. Please keep it
Truck
coming.
stop Raggedy Ann? Jesus Christ. I did my makeup. I do my makeup for this podcast.
Before you straightened your hair tonight, it did kind of look like you had a mullet, so I really like that.
Shut up, you fucking loser.
All right. I love you guys, and I think I have a good contribution for the favorite way to die question. Been thinking about this for a while. Mm-hmm. When I get to be old, or if I get like a terminal diagnosis with only a few years to live, I'd like to be launched in a small rocket pod out into space, just with an IV drip for food and maybe some books for when space isn't exciting. Let me tell you something. Space is not exciting. I like the idea of exploring space in my last years and then just being a floating space skeleton or a tube of dust that maybe gets discovered by an alien civilization, and then they're like, what the fuck is this? Anyways, that's my ideal way to die. Space coffin. Love you guys. Andy, we have the same neuroses, and Rosebud, you drop gems of wisdom effortlessly. Stay good. Best, Forrest.
Wow.
Really sweet.
It's really sweet at the end.
I do like the space coffin idea. I think I would like to add a caveat. The thing is that if a civilization finds us, we don't want them to really know exactly. It'd be fun to fuck with them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe like we just shove a bunch of bananas up our ass. Here's what I want you to do, Rosebud. I want you to shove my entire body full of fruit like I'm a turkey. Mm-hmm. Like it's a tropical themed Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then I want you to wrap me.
You want me to remove your insides first?
Nope.
Just shove. I mean, I'm not going to get as much fruit in there. So I'm going to have to take your insides out. I'm sorry.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Fill me up. Fill me right up. Mm-hmm. And then I want you to wrap me in some kind of fabric.
Okay.
Maybe paper mache me?
Silk.
Yeah, like a red silk. Mm-hmm. And then, maybe like put me in armor or something like that.
Okay.
So when people find us, they're just like, what the
fuck is that fruit monster?
What is this fruit monster? He's delicious.
What are you going to say to him?
To who?
The people that come up to you and they're like, what is this fruit monster? What kind of sounds are you going to make?
I'm going to be a dead body, babe.
Oh.
Remember? You took all my insides out?
Oh, yeah. yeah.
I'm going to go like this.
Okay, then I'll record you.
Oh, and put a little sound box.
I'll put a sound box in, and what is that going to say?
I want it to be like that song. I don't want it to say anything, but it's like, jump in the line, rock the body one time. Okay, I believe you. It's the Beetlejuice song.
Yes, got it. Great, that's a great idea. See, if there's another civilization that's coming to take over our civilization, I'm all set.
What do you mean?
I'm all set. I don't want to fuck with them. I'll just kill myself. I'll just like traditional suicide, like a...
Whoa. Okay, hold on. Because recently, the U.S. government has released a bunch of UFO footage and been like, we think this is UFOs. There's no way to explain it. So the U.S. government has admitted that there's UFOs, which means extraterrestrials exist.
Yeah.
Which means that eventually we will probably have some kind of interaction with extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
And you just, when they show themselves, you're just going to just kill yourself?
Yeah, because here's the thing. If an extraterrestrial shows up, I'm going to assume that they know that life and death are both illusions anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead off myself and enter the next dimension with them. You know what I mean? I'm just going to join them because I don't... Listen, I've been around. I've seen what humans can do. Mm-hmm. It's been cool.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the next thing. What am I going to just podcast until I'm 60?
Most likely.
Time to join the aliens.
Most likely. I mean, that's, podcasting will probably be different by that point. We'll probably be in VR and we'll be able to occupy each other's psyches or something, and it'll still be stupid.
So that's why I'm saying let's just move on. If we're doing shit like that, it's time to join the aliens.
Well, you're presupposing that they're like kind. They're like benevolent aliens.
Why would I not? Why would I presuppose anything else?
I don't know. Stephen Hawking said that if aliens come here, they're probably not coming here for good reasons.
Stephen Hawking was a horror writer.
No, that's...
Oh, Stephen King.
Yeah,
sorry.
Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking was the smartest...
Sorry, I have long COVID.
Yeah. Was that smart man that, was in a wheelchair and talked robot voice.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, he's not going to have a beneficial view on things. I mean, look how his life turned out.
He seemed like a happy guy.
Listen... How the fuck would you even know?
I still love that he left his wife for his nurse. That's amazing. To leave your wife for your nurse when you can't even leave where you are? Balls. Balls, brother. That was an alpha move, and you are a bro for life.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
I'm not going to do anything.
To leave your wife for your nurse is not an alpha move.
It's funny.
No, it's not an alpha move. It's a man that can't afford his hospital bills.
I just like that he's flirting with her with the little type thing. Hey, you look pretty today. Why did I give him like a cowboy voice?
I mean, of course, Stephen Hawking is like afraid of the aliens because it's like they're gonna see him and be like, "You're with us, right?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He looked pretty bad at the end.
They're gonna be like, he's ours, right?
Yeah.
Like, they probably look at Stephen Hawking like I look at my embarrassing cousin that wore flip-flops to her mom's funeral. You know?
Well, hold on.
I'm like, you're one of us, but you're different.
How warm was it?
It was in Texas.
Yeah, that makes sense. Come on.
Okay.
I'm
just blinking into the lens.
Why are you blinking?
Doesn't matter.
So, we've spoke about this before. You have a preferred way. So if you think you kill yourself for these aliens,
That's just if the aliens come.
if you do it, how do you are you pills, jumping off something, blowing your head off? I realize I could never do the slit wrists because I
No.
hate the feeling of blood exiting my body.
Yeah.
i.e. every time I faint.
Yeah.
And I would hate to
I thought
faint.
you liked the feeling of fainting.
I like the feeling of fainting, but I don't. That's why when I draw blood, I don't like that feeling of like, that's a gross feeling to me, losing blood.
Yeah.
I think nobody really enjoys losing blood, so I'm not like breaking open anybody's
I kind of
worldview
love
there.
like how dizzy you get. You're like, ooh.
Oh no, I feel
Then
like
they tell you to stand up and go home, and you're like, okay.
that is the other day I drew blood and I had to take 6 vials because one of us has a broken fucking gonad. We don't know yet who it is, but we're gonna find out, and they will get roasted.
You are the only one with gonads.
No, you have gonads.
What?
Yeah, your ovaries are your gonads.
Okay, well, those are ovaries. Don't call them gonads.
They start as gonads in the fetus, and then they either turn into ovaries or they turn
yours
into balls.
start as ovaries, and then
Okay.
they turn into gonads.
Great. All right.
So there.
Thank you. Anyways, so how do you think you do it?
No. You said you were in the middle of a story about drawing blood.
Oh, I passed. I didn't pass out, but she said I went pale, and then she was like, "Okay, you seem good to go. Drink some water." Actually, then they made me go do the pee thing. But you know the pee thing, like they make you drink pee.
Yeah.
But then they were just like, "All right, go out there," and then it was just like was just like dizzy and disoriented on 6th Avenue or 5th Avenue, just like horns by like I think I almost got hit by a car at one point because I was just like kind of stumbling into
Feeling your way back.
and it's so weird also to wake up there because the place we go is this like we're going to this fertility specialist and they're like it looks like a startup.
It looks like a startup at Midsummer.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like the Midsummer people started
There's
their
like
own business.
baskets and woven things and like
Woven floral
you can get like a
decorations.
reishi tea.
Yeah, it feels very like, dance around the Mayflower kind of thing.
Yeah, midsummer.
The maypole.
Pagan.
The
Pagan.
maypole, yeah.
The pagan.
Yeah, it does. It feels like they want you to feel fertile when you walk in, so they just put a lot of fake flowers around. And
Yeah.
it's like, this isn't helping.
They actually have a fake flower arch when you go in. And then,
Yeah.
Anyways, so I don't want to die from blood loss. Although I do think it'd be kind of cool to get shot. Like I do think it'd be kind of cool to get I'd like to be like, like my last kind of moments being like, oh God, that looks pretty bad, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. I assume this voice. I'm gonna do a character while I die.
And then I'm cradling you into my bosom.
I want to tell you something. You were top 5.
Wow. I just drop your head on the sidewalk, walk away.
Oh, fuck you.
I think for me, I really love those. When we would sit in the car in LA and we would talk about like the most extreme ways to die, like doing a fucking line of coke and just jumping into the lion's den at the zoo
Yeah.
with just my bikini on.
Come on, you cowards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just strap myself. I just cover myself in raw meat, like a raw meat bikini.
Yes.
And
One
and I
piece.
jump into the lion's, no, 2-piece.
Okay.
Jump into the lion's den, and I just let them take me,
Great.
tits and ass first.
I love that.
And hopefully they'll leave my head alone, because I want people to see like, oh, she was pretty,
Yeah.
She had a nice head.
I mean, if we do live,
But I want to be ripped apart on lots of speed.
I want to.
I want my body to be fucking destroyed.
I was thinking about it'd be kind of fun to jump in. Like, have you ever been above like a hydroelectric jam?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Like where water is just like pouring into a hole. Mm-hmm. Like just to get like churned.
Just blasted.
You know what I mean? Just like jump into a thing that you're never coming out of.
See, that
It's gonna
doesn't
be
appeal
difficult.
to me as much, mostly because Because of dicks, honestly. Because
Dicks?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's going to remind me of getting cummed on.
Jumping into water?
Getting blasted with
Oh,
water
I'm not talking about
jets?
getting I'm talking like there's a giant drain, and it goes into the turbines of a dam, and you jump into that. So there'll never be like a blasting
Oh,
thing.
so your body's just getting sucked through a Hoover vacuum.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad.
You know, the cool thing about it is the sensation. If there is a soul and you do, kind of get kicked into the next realm, it'll be like fast,
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you die on a hospital bed, you kind of just materialize where you are.
Right.
But like, this is how I want to enter heaven. Whoa!
Whew. What's up, guys? That was intense.
I'm still dripping.
Yeah.
Sorry. Does somebody have a heaven
Towel.
towel?
Hey, can somebody stick my arm on again, please?
I do want, I want there to be an afterlife, and I want it to be bureaucratic. I don't know why, but I was thinking about Beetlejuice just now, and like the idea, like I would laugh so hard if I have to wait in a waiting room in heaven. Like that would be so funny to me, and they're like, next. Be like, yes. It doesn't matter anymore.
I want it to be like a Delta's boarding process.
Where they're just like, all right, seats 22 through 25.
No, I want them to be like all of our diamond platinum members can step up. And,
Do you think you're going to be in the diamond
Yes,
platinum?
I am, dummy.
You are not a good person.
I am. I'm a good person. Joanne is texting us right now.
What's she saying?
Joanne is letting us know probably that she took our dogs forever and
probably
she's not
drunk
giving them
again.
back. I just got home, would like to take them for a walk.
Okay, sorry, we have to text
Sure, no
the babies.
problem.
All right, well, we're kind of getting near the end of the 100th
We are getting
episode.
near the end, but we have to do some bad advice because you guys, you know that I ended my Devil's Advocate podcast. It's over, but we're bringing the bad advice segment over to Find Your Beach.
Yeah, we are.
And I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. I'm having a lot more fun doing it on this podcast anyway. I'm having a lot more fun on this podcast.
Yeah, you were doing a lot of podcasting.
It was just like, I don't have that much to say, you know?
You'd think otherwise from just kind of the way you talk so much, but
First of all, you know that's not true. You know that's not true.
she is completely silent for almost the entire day. She's not lying.
I don't talk.
She does not
When
talk.
I'm at home, unless I'm getting paid to talk, I would prefer not to do it.
Or you like to talk with a group of friends, like you guys. That's your favorite thing. Your favorite thing in the world is to sit at a table until the wee hours of the morning and talk with a group of funny people.
Yeah, I do love that.
I think that's your literal favorite thing to do. Mm-hmm. Other than like rescue dogs and sad men.
What's the difference between those two things?
Not that much.
Okay. All right, we got a question from Chelsea. Hi, Rosebud. I'd just like to say I have a deep obsession with you and Find Your Beach. Okay, for the bad
Oh,
advice.
that's weird. There's two of us, so just her and Find Your Beach? You could have just said
Just
you
the
guys.
podcast. Just the podcast.
Not me, though.
Yeah, no.
She's probably afraid that you're going to get territorial.
Okay,
'cause
for the bad advice, I
I'm
have
kind
this
of a
question.
snack.
I have a secret crush on one of my best friend's brothers. Obviously, I haven't told her. I've had minimal signs that he's interested. We've DM'd some and recently matched on Tinder. But
That's a pretty good sign.
it's a pretty good sign. But of course, I've romanticized falling in love with this near stranger that I've been in the same room with a handful of times. Per my usual, I haven't been able to muster the courage to message him, and fear of retribution is a factor as well. He lives in Portland, and I'm going there soon for a few weeks. Should I tell her? Should I not tell her? Should I not pursue it at all? Help.
Okay, first of all, hot. Yes, you should.
Hot.
You should pursue this.
Yeah.
I don't know, unless you're a skank or they have a weird family.
Jesus, Andy.
No, I just mean like somebody you wouldn't want your brother to sleep with. Like, unless you have a reason for her not to want you to sleep with her brother, or they have a weird, like, protective kind of like incestuous relationship, then I don't see, like, did you ever get mad when your siblings dated people that you knew?
No,
Unless
I mean,
you'd
unless
already-
they were like comics, I got a little weird with comics because I was like, oh, fuck. But that was literally because I was like, I don't want my sisters ruining themselves with these filthy fucking people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there's only one, right?
no, there's more than one.
Wait.
There's three. There's three comics that she fucked.
Oh, okay, but only one sister.
Only one sister.
Jesus, what a trash bag. Seriously. I'm going to tell her employer. But I...
See, this is why I didn't want her to sleep with comics, because I was like, oh, God, you
Yeah.
are really lowering the real estate value on yourself.
My ex, not wife, but another ex, like tweets a lot about like how shameful it is to date comics, but she keeps doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of am like, you are right. Like you shouldn't. It does not make sense for you to date these dirtbags, but
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah, she does have a funny joke in her special about how like her biggest kink is lending people money.
Oh, but that's not the one I'm talking about. But her too.
Yeah.
You've watched my ex-wife's special?
I saw the trailer.
Oh, I've never seen any of it.
Okay.
Don't tell her.
Okay, we have a new one.
I said it was
So
great.
yeah, the advice that I would give to Chelsea is absolutely hit him up in Portland. Absolutely tell your... don't tell... I wouldn't say anything to your friend
Till after.
until after.
Yeah.
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 And when you do tell her give her
way too
every
much.
detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, he is into some weird stuff.
Let her know what he smells like.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Kelsey. Hi, Rose and Andy. Kelsey here. I'm moving to LA to start anew after 9 months in school and finishing my program. Should I move without a job or wait? No matter how long it takes in Seattle until I get something.
Move.
Move.
Because here's the thing. You're gonna have this plan, and then you're just gonna be in Seattle till you're an old withered raisin of a woman.
Yeah.
You know?
Making wind chimes in your backyard.
You're gonna date a bald guy that wears an open collared shirt. It's
and
just
has
not
like
gonna
full sleeves on his legs.
Yeah. Don't do that. He's gonna meet up to talk about liberating Myanmar.
He's gonna have gauges when he's 50.
Yeah, don't do that. Get out, go do some hoeing down there, and I don't mean like as a profession. Just.
He means get into gardening.
No, we know Kelsey.
I know.
And she's a party girl. She's kind of a wine drunk.
Yeah.
Get down there, go to Craig's.
Yeah.
In Beverly Hills, and
fucking throw back some Merlot and make some connections. Get a PA job.
Don't even get a PA job. You would be totally hireable as a personal assistant, executive assistant.
Yeah.
Just go out there, have fun.
Yeah.
Get into the business.
Throw your tits around.
Yeah.
All right. Christy, this is from Christy. Hey, Rosebud and Andy. My question is, what the hell should I do post-pandemic? I'm 38, so no one would think I know. So one would think I would know by now. The pandemic threw a monkey wrench at all of us, and now I'm stumped. Thanks. What I like about this question is there's no context.
Yeah.
Nothing. She doesn't let us know what she's worked for. She doesn't let us know where she was at before the pandemic. She just says the pandemic threw a wrench in everything, and now I'm fucked.
Yeah, we don't know if you were a doctor or you worked in
You
the
could have had
deli
a startup.
section of the IGA with Ella in
We have
Omaha.
no idea what you do.
Yeah.
So I would say
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want.
Here's the thing. Just so you know, you always have options. There's places you can go work where they'll put you up. You can work at a forest service. Believe me, I've thought of all of these because I've thought about leaving my life many a times.
Cool.
You can go work at fisheries in Alaska. Most of the hospitality industry, all those resorts, those have living quarters.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to college. You're 38. There's so many scholarships for people our age. You got all these options.
Yeah.
So whatever you've been wanting to do, even if it's like not really financially real, because the worst possible scenario is that you move to a small resort town and you work at a bar and you live in a small house.
And you wear Hawaiian t-shirts every day.
Yeah, you're the oldest fun bag on Key West,
Yeah.
So yeah, go do it.
Do whatever you want.
Join the YPJ. Fight in that all-woman army of Kurds.
I'm going to do that.
all right, you got to fly to Suleimania Airport and you got to stay at a certain hotel and they'll come find you and then they'll snuggle you into Syria. Don't ask me why I know
They'll
that.
snuggle me in?
Yep.
They just hug you?
You snuggle right in.
Snuggle you into Syria.
Snuggled.
We're going to snuggle you into Syria now.
I'm a drug snuggler.
You guys, that's our bad advice question. If you want some bad advice, text me at 917-540-8395. That's 917-540-8395 and text us your bad advice questions for next week. We will read your question on the pod and we will answer it here. Make sure you join our Patreon.
Do it.
Join the Patreon, guys.
Mouse needs labiaplasty.
So fucking... We can't stare at her ugly ass pussy anymore.
Her twat is...
We gotta sew that thing up.
Honestly, it looks like a piece of beef jerky that got ran over by a truck.
Yeah. It's just hanging there.
Yeah, it's gross.
It looks like...
Looks like a pig's ear.
It looks like if you took someone's labia and made it flat like Matthew McConaughey in his Super Bowl commercial.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
So, yeah, join our Patreon at www.patreon.com/findyourbeach and watch us on YouTube. It's on my channel, Rosebud Baker. Andy, do you have any dates you want to plug?
I really only want to plug that we will be in Charleston the 25th and 26th of June. Rosebud's headlining. I'm opening, and I mainly mean my colon. Mm-hmm. And then I will be in Chicago July 29th, 30th, and August 1st. And get this, guys, it's Lollapalooza. So, yes, I will be crowd surfing at the JPEG Mafia concert.
Okay, and to everybody that I was going to come to Minneapolis, I'm sorry I had to cancel those dates. They will be rescheduled. I'm going to be at, where are we going again? North Carolina? Where are we?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina. Those dates are on my website, rosebudbaker.com. And I will also be in Illinois. Yes, I'll be
the weekend before.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be the weekend of July 18th. I'll be there July 18th. So come and see me there. And all the rest of my dates are on my website, rosebudbaker.com.
Great.
And follow us on Instagram at Find Your Beach Pod.
Or our personal tags. And follow Park Studios.
Yeah,
these guys just shot the Miss Universe contest pageant. And Greg just let me know that he's actually met Donald Trump on a few occasions.
Wow.
Yeah. He was there for Russia.
So you could have killed him and you didn't. Nice job,
We just
Greg.
spoke about that. That's funny.
You guys, thank you so much for listening to this podcast.
Thank you
100
for
episodes.
100 episodes. That's amazing.
And thank you for literally, to all of our Patreon members, seriously, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. We wouldn't have this studio. We wouldn't have these mics. We wouldn't have this sign or this wallpaper if it weren't for you.
Yeah.
So thank you for making everything possible. Seriously. We love you. That's it.
Wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eyeballs.
And
don't spit in their mouths unless it's a committed, monogamous relationship. Bye.
Bye.